Hey everybody, this is Deb with Truthification Chronicles, and I'm going to try my very best to do this with a straight face, but I don't think I'm going to succeed. Okay, last night, just before I went to bed, I found out that Trump had tweeted this, and I started laughing hysterically. I think my cats thought I was crazy. Anyway, Trump misspelled Adam Schiff's name on purpose, of course, because he is the master troll. And he didn't correct it. I mean, when he makes a mistake, he goes back and he corrects it. But in this case, he didn't. And it's still there. So funny to see little Adam Schiff talking about the fact that Acting Attorney General Matt Whitaker was not approved by the Senate, but not mentioning the fact that Bob Mueller, who is highly conflicted, was not approved by the Senate. Okay, now you have to understand the idea that Trump is doing here. He is trolling them. He is tossing this out there because he knows they're going to take the bait. And they did. CNN did. Look at what they did. Oh, Trump attacks likely likely House Intelligence Chair as little Adam. Yeah, and they even left the misspelling in. That's what's so funny, that now everybody is seeing this connected with this man's name. I'm sorry, I'm really trying to do this with a straight face, but it's not working. Anyway, the more they connect this, the more they say it and connect it to his name, the funnier it is. The better job Trump did. His tactic is working. Okay, anyway, in this article, they said President Donald Trump disparaged Representative Adam Schiff in a profane tweet Sunday, misspelling his name and accusing the likely incoming House Intelligence Chairman of baselessly criticizing the appointment of Acting Attorney General Matt Whitaker. And then this quotes Trump's tweet here, and we already read that. So, Special Counsel Robert Mueller was appointed by Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein, and like many other Department of Justice appointees, he did not require Senate confirmation for the position. Well, I got news for him. Neither does Whitaker. He's a temporary. He doesn't have to be Senate approved. It's in the Vacancies Act of 1998, okay? The White House did not immediately return CNN's request for comment Sunday evening on whether Trump purposely misspelled Schiff's name. You have to ask. Do you have to ask? Did he go back and correct it? No. So did he do it on purpose? You bet he did. Anyway, Democrats have criticized Trump's appointment of Whitaker, which really, guys, it makes it sound so much. This Whitaker guy is somebody that they fear, okay? So they are definitely against him, which means he's got some power and they don't like it. So that raises his esteem in my eyes. Who now oversees Mueller's probe into Russian interference in the 2016 election, citing the appointee's past criticisms of the investigation. Some Democratic lawmakers, such as Schiff, and some legal scholars, get this, legal scholars, including George Conway. So since when is Kellyanne's husband considered a legal scholar? Yeah, so the husband of Trump counselor Kellyanne Conway have also criticized Whitaker's appointment as unconstitutional because he was not confirmed by the Senate. He's a temporary. He doesn't have to be. He's there for 210 days while they get a new one. That's how it works. It's called the law. It's in there. Go read it. Anyway, yet others have argued that the appointment is valid because he's only serving on a temporary basis under the Federal Vacancies Act. Okay, I'm going to put the link to the Federal Vacancies Act down below and the link to all of this, as I usually do. I'm going to put the links down below so you can read it for yourself. Really, seriously, if you read that, you understand, yes, he's legally appointed. There is no problem. I don't know. They're going to take it to the Supreme Court, but the Supreme Court's going to rule for it, so It's just delaying. See, I think this is what's holding back the FISA and all those other documents, because he really can't do anything until they decide, yes, he is legitimately appointed. So I hope they don't draw this out much longer, but it definitely will be done before Christmas, okay? The FISA will come out. Anyway, it goes through and it's talking about, how Trump fired Attorney General Jeff Sessions. Now, I want you to think about that for a minute. When did Trump fire him? I mean, did I miss it or something? I saw no letter sent to him to ask him to resign. I saw nothing about a phone call or meeting him in person or a tweet like he did with Tillerson. Did Trump ever actually fire Sessions? I kind of think not, because there was that executive order back in March of 2017 where Trump set up an addition to the law of succession in regards to an attorney general. Now, we all thought it was talking about Rosenstein, but it wasn't. It was talking about Sessions even back then. This was all part of a plan. When you see Sessions' resignation, had no date on it. Why not? Because it was part of the plan and they weren't sure exactly when they were going to have him resign. But it was all part of a plan. Sessions knew when he went into this that he wasn't going to be in there for a long time. That he knew there was an end to what he was tasked to do. And he did what he was tasked to do. The man did a fine job because he was tasked to get all of this stuff set in motion, all the paperwork done. I think he was tasked with all the paperwork behind the scenes to set up all of these sealed indictments and everything. That was his job, doing the paperwork. And then this guy comes in and he's the closer. And that's why they're so upset about it. They want to stop him because they're afraid he's going to start unsealing all this stuff. That's what they're really scared about. And that's why there's such a big outcry. Because believe me, CNN has a stake in it because they're going to be implicated. So we just need it all to come out. And the sooner they get this taken care of, the better. In case you have someone who is a friend of yours who is taking the side that, oh, it's not constitutional, hand them this. This is from Emmett T. Flood, who is the counsel to the president, and he put down a 20-page paper documenting why this is legitimate. So hand them this, say read it, and then I'll get back to you, okay? The link for that will be down below just like usual. And then the other thing I wanted to share with you is about peas. I know it sounds weird, but hey, peas. Peas was one of the turkeys that, they always pardon turkeys. Well, one was peas and one was carrots. I want you to look for a minute with me at Peas' bio, because I think this is really interesting. Meet Peas. He loves popcorn, ice fishing, watching planes, and hopes to learn how to fly someday. I'll tell you, this turkey is an anon from the 8chan boards. I'm serious. Look at this. He loves popcorn. If you don't know anything about the 8chan boards, hey, popcorn is the big thing because Q is always saying enjoy the show. So get some popcorn, enjoy the show. It's really part of it. It's all over. When you see on social media somebody saying, hey, grab some popcorn, enjoy the show, that's what they're talking about. It all came from this. So when it talks about popcorn, that's what you're seeing. Ice fishing. There's two parts of that one. Ice as in the immigration police type ice. And fishing, there is something about fish. There's a program, FISH, that has to do with surveillance and stuff. That was something the Anons came up with a few months back when Q had posted something about fishing. So that's part of it too. And then there's just the old, fishing for the bad guys. So throwing out bait and getting them to take the hook. So that's part of it too. The Anons are always watching planes. They have these people that are just Anons that love to watch planes, and they keep track of what all these planes are doing. It's really amazing to watch sometimes. It brings up some very interesting questions about what's this one doing here and what's that one doing there. Right around the time of the election down in Florida, there were 3 planes that were off the coast there that they were monitoring because it was kind of unusual for them to be there, and it seemed like they were just patrolling the area. So that was unusual too. But anyway, then it goes down and says, and hopes to learn how to fly someday. That has to do with the Space Force. That is, what the Anons talk a lot about, the Space Force. It's just very interesting that this is Peas' bio. The Anons are taking it as a tip of the hat to them, saying, howdy guys, we know you're there, this is what's going on. And this is from the Verified White House Twitter account. So anyway, I wanted to show that to you and share it with you. And I'm working on longer videos, but sometimes it's fun to do these little ones. So thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you later.